Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we brought in our structure here, and we're gonna start assigning geometry to it. Now the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna assign a roof to it. So I click on the Massing and Site tab, I go to Roof, and then I predefined a glass roof here. It just contains a little bit of very thin glass. So I'm just gonna click here, 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 and here. That's gonna go create roof. What happened is that suddenly I have a glass roof here. There we are. So now usually what happens is that after you're done and you assigned all the geometry to the mass itself, you would like to turn it off. Now there's one thing I forgot to do here, and that's because what happened is if I turn off the mass category here, obviously these stems they're generic models, but if I go to VV to filter what's going to be visible here or not, and I turn off mass, actually I'm going to lose my belt ring up here, and that's not really a good situation. So there's a couple of different ways I can go about this. I can rebuild my belt beam, and I can do that as a generic component instead, or I can start adding. I can use the visibility settings. So what I'm actually going to do here is, now that I created the roof, I'm going to go into the massing family. So I double click on it to enter the mass environment. It's a new feature here in 2014. And after I'm done with that, well, I'm just going to double click again to go into the canopy family. And there's a couple of things I'm going to do here. First, I'm going to create a visibility parameter for my roof. So if I hover over this one, I click tab, down here you can see what I'm actually filtering through. So that's my divided surface, and that is my form element. So I clicked on it, I have my form visible here, and I also have this little parameter here called visible. So what I can do is I can go into visible and say I can assign a value or call it the visible mass canopy. That's going to be a type parameter. So the second thing I forgot to do that I need to do this time around is that I need to assign the parameters or to filter them through. So I click on one, do the select all, and then I'm going to create the stem material parameter inside this one. So the parameter comes with the with stems, the ability to actually manipulate the geometry or manipulate the material properties of it. So I assign the stem material to this one, and then I have the four little guys here that I'm also going to assign it to. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm just going to reload this one into my canopy roof family. Here we are. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to click on these guys here. I'm going to go into my visibility parameter that I have here. Well, first I can assign the stem material property down over here. So I call this the stem material. It's the same one I assigned to the massing. And I can scroll down here, and suddenly here I have the visibility mass canopy. So I'm going to bring that one with me as well. So I'm going to call it, I can call this mass canopy in here. And that's going to be a type parameter. So there we are. There's the stem material. And I can look at its sister panel, the closed canopy. There we go. Assign the stem material, and I can scroll down here, and I can assign the mass canopy visibility parameter to that one as well. Okay, so that was it, and since there was a type parameter, that's going to go percolate through to all the other ones as well. So I can save this one, and then I can move on and reload this one into the to the project. It's going to take a little bit of time to regenerate the geometry and all its parameters. Okay, so I can just go through this mass that I have here now. I can go into my edit type, scroll down, and there I have a mass canopy visible. And what I can do now is I can just turn off the visibility of these panels. And by doing that, I also create the situation where I actually maintain this belt beam that I have here. So here it is, and if I take this one, put it in realistic view, you can actually see here it is. I can turn off the well, actually I don't need to turn off the mass. It's gone now. This is my roof. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place myself in a floor plan view, and I'm going to place some walls in here. And after that, we're just going to do a brief rendering. So I can do the wall architectural, or I can choose structural if I'm a structural engineer. And I'm going to go with the wall. I use the pick line tool here. So it goes from, oh, there we are. This one goes from level 1 up to level 2. Okay, let's gonna make this a tad bit shorter. And then I'm just gonna use this same wall that I just created here, and I'm gonna do the mirror command. Make sure I copy activate it. Alright, use the actually I have to be a little bit smarter than that, unfortunately. Use the rotate command, copy, place. I place myself in the middle here. There we go. Copy, I can use the copy command again. Place, copy, place myself in the middle. There we go. So there I have 1. Nope. There I have 1. I have 2. I have 3. And I can use the copy command again. Place, copy. Let's say we're going to stop there, start there. And we're just gonna rotate them all over. So I'm gonna go from here to here. So there's my walls, and next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also place some curtain walls. So I use the wall command again. Activate the curtain wall. I can use my pick line here, or I can be even quicker by using this command here. There we go. Place a couple more walls. Just gonna drag that out a bit. Okay. Here's the walls I created. First I can take these guys that I have here, and I can say I want you to be attached, and I'm gonna say what do you want to be us to be attached to. Like I say, I want you to be attached to the roof. There we go. I can take the panels, the curtain walls I have here. I can say I want you to be attached, and I want you to be attached to the roof as well. Okay, I can also assign just a curtain grid here. There it is. Okay, so that's our very brief introduction to how you can actually assign geometry to masses here. So I think I'm gonna place a camera. I can use my VV. I can make the rest of my components in this view visible. There we go. And then I can assign this view, or assign a camera to the view. So place the camera here. Here it is. I think I'm gonna place a little bit of a bird's eye perspective on this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save, and I'm also going to upload this to the cloud. As a student, or if you're a faculty, or if you're a subscription customer, you have the opportunity to use the rendering cloud feature that Autodesk has. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save this video. I'm going to pause, and then we come back. We're going to upload this one into the cloud, or actually I'm just going to upload into the cloud after I save, and I'll see you when that's done. So thank you for watching.